your father, I mean, words can't really describe what your father meant to this university and this athletics program. It's sad that he can't be here for this honor tonight, but what would he think about tonight and finally being inducted into the UCF Hall of Fame? How important would this be to him?
Yeah, I think really, really important. For those that knew him, either close or maybe from a distance, he was really passionate about UCF and sports here at UCF. He really saw them working together and helping each other. And of course, he was one of the biggest fans in the stands. So one of the things that he was so excited about was when we finally had the stadium on campus. And to be with him at games there, it was just really a different experience. So I think he would be very proud, very excited, but also at the same time humble, because that's how he was. And he'd want to recognize a lot of people that were a part of this to make it happen. And so I think that's how he'd feel tonight.
He loved athletics. Talk about that, his love and joy for athletics, because he saw that vision, how important athletics would be to a university, from a student enrollment attraction, everything. Because not a lot of presidents see that vision, but he did. Why?
Well, I think part of that was his own experience growing up. He was the first from his family to attend college. His father had passed away just 2 years before, so going to college and being able to play football in college, which was also part of a dream, that was questionable. Very humble family situation. So a lot of people helped out, and he was able to achieve that dream, and that really propelled him for the rest of his life. And so I think he wanted others to have that same type of experience. If you were whatever sport, and whether it was intramural or otherwise, if you participated, he thought that there were just so many life lessons that came from that. And so it really resonated with him personally. And when you look at then sports at UCF or any major university, prospective students, donors, faculty, what it does to change the culture of the campus, just all those things intertwine. So he got to witness that both as a player and a teacher and administrator, and I just think it meant so much to him because he could see the impact to so many.
Being in your father's sphere, watching throughout his presidency, what is the biggest difference that you think that he did at UCF from his first taking office back in the 90s to his retirement in 2018?
That's a big one, because there's a long list. I think it was, if you boil it down to one thing, it was he was able to express a vision with huge impact, that even if it came just partially together, the impact to so many, whether it's students, the community, businesses, it was the whole community that he thought about. And so that 5-point strategy that he had and communicated, and he was able to get so many people on board that then the rest just kind of rolled. He was always looking to what was next, but if you trace everything back, it's that first five key strategies for UCF. And I think we look here today, and it's that and then some that he accomplished, but it started there.
If he were standing before us today, what do you think would be his favorite memories, athletics-wise?
I was with him at the Fiesta Bowl when we beat Baylor, and earlier in his career, he was at TCU, and so we would play Baylor occasionally, so I think that kind of just had a special moment for him. Peach Bowl, beating Auburn. I was with him at the inaugural game here at the campus stadium against Texas. That was oh so close. But I think those were kind of almost equal for different reasons, but those were big games at big events. And of course his passion was a lot around football, but for every championship, every award, every achievement, for every sport, he was aware, and he was a fan. He was UCF's biggest fan.
Students have a bit of a joke in terms of UCF standing for under construction forever. Mm-hmm. John Hitt, from a facility standpoint, the on-campus stadium, the Addition Arena, the Plex. When you walk on campus nowadays, What is it like for you to kind of be amongst this place that your father's had such a huge impact on?
Yeah, good question. I walked on campus a little bit today, and I used to be here about 4 or 5 times a year, sometimes a little more, a little less. And so I got to see a lot of that growth from the time that he started in '92 into today. Maybe a few less cranes. Traffic flows a little better. But it was a huge change, but it was, kind of steady, ongoing for so long that I think it just was, like you said, it was, kind of under construction forever. But now that you see it, a vision that's really come to life, I think that's the proud moment that he and my mom had, living here on campus for a good portion of that time, to be a part of it, to live in it. For us as the family to come in and see the growth over time, it's a huge, huge change. And I think it goes back to his focus, which is what's the impact for others. And so I think that's what would probably give him the most joy, not just that we had a bunch of buildings, but look at how many people were able to come and experience and contribute through UCF and change their lives. And I think that's what he took most joy out of.
One of those few people that kind of came through was G. McDowell, and he of course had a huge impact on the football program as well. What would your father think, or what do you think about being inducted in this same class, in this historical first Big 12 class alongside Coach McDowell?
I personally don't have the perspective on Coach McDowell, but aware, I guess, just a little bit. I think he would be very, very proud and honored, for everyone that's in the induction class this year. He was a pretty humble person, didn't want to really have the attention on him. It was about others. And so I think he would be more eloquent in his comparison with Coach McDowell. But I think he would just be proud of being recognized and appreciated, and just point to everyone in the class.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.